Maurice Scott, a fan favorite from Love Marriage Huntsville, has recently found himself at the center of a major scandal that's set to rock the show's fanbase. For years, Maurice and his wife, Kimmi, have been seen as one of the most stable couples on the series, often regarded as the epitome of a strong, supportive marriage. However, shocking new revelations are now casting doubt on the image they've built over the years. At 46, Maurice's secrets are starting to surface, and fans are beginning to question whether the man he's portrayed himself to be is really who he is behind closed doors. Was Maurice as faithful and devoted as he claimed to be, or has there been more going on behind the scenes than anyone ever knew? Tonight, we're diving deep into the bombshell revelations that could change everything you thought you knew about Maurice Scott. Maurice and Kimmi have always been seen as one of the more level-headed, stable couples on Love Marriage Huntsville. Unlike other cast members, whose relationships have been plagued with public infidelities and drama-filled confrontations, Maurice and Kimmi have consistently maintained a reputation for class and maturity. Maurice, in particular, has always presented himself as the devoted, hard-working husband, a man who stands by his wife's side through life's ups and downs. He's built his public image on being a loving, ambitious businessman who balances his career with his responsibilities to his family. Kimmi, on the other hand, has long been regarded as the strong, independent wife who thrives in her nursing career while raising her blended family. Their relationship has often been held up as an example of marital success, and fans loved the chemistry between them. But as time has passed, whispers have started to emerge, and people are now questioning whether Maurice's picture-perfect portrayal was all just for show. Recent revelations suggest that Maurice may not have been as faithful as he led fans to believe, and new details are beginning to paint a much darker picture of their relationship. Was there more going on behind closed doors than anyone realized? Have Maurice's past actions finally come to light? Let's take a closer look at the timeline of Maurice and Kimmi's relationship. From the very beginning, things seemed a bit murky. When Maurice and Kimmi were first introduced on Love Marriage Huntsville, they were already engaged. Maurice spoke openly about how much he admired Kimmi, praising her strength, independence, and substance, qualities that made him fall in love with her. Fans quickly embraced their love story, seeing them as a couple that had it all figured out. But now, looking back at the timeline, cracks are starting to form. Were there hidden secrets behind the scenes that neither Maurice nor Kimmi ever addressed? Maurice always made it clear that he was different from his brother, Marsau, who has been embroiled in public cheating accusations and relationship drama. But as new information comes to light, fans are starting to wonder if Maurice has been hiding his own indiscretions. The timeline of his relationship with Kimmi raises some serious questions. When you start connecting the dots, it seems like there may have been more going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. The shocking allegations and hidden truths about Maurice's past have fans buzzing, and the questions keep mounting. What does this mean for his marriage to Kimmi? Could the couple, once seen as the solid foundation of the show, be facing the kind of drama they've so often avoided? The timeline of Maurice and Kimmi's relationship now seems a lot more complicated than the fairy tale romance it once appeared to be. For years, Maurice's image as a devoted husband and father has been central to his public persona. However, with these new revelations, fans are left to wonder whether he's really the man he's claimed to be. Maurice's reputation and the future of his relationship with Kimmi hang in the balance as more details continue to emerge. Tonight's deep dive will break down all the shocking revelations, examining the evidence and the timeline of Maurice and Kimmi's relationship. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what has been uncovered, why it matters, and whether Maurice's reputation can survive this explosive exposure. The tea is piping hot, and we're spilling it all, so stay tuned. Maurice and Kimmi were often seen as a breath of fresh air compared to the drama-filled relationships of the other Love Marriage Huntsville cast members. But here's where things get interesting. Maurice was previously married before he started his relationship with Kimmi, and he shares a son, Monster, with his ex-wife, Siwe. Initially, the show portrayed Maurice's marriage to Siwe as fully ended before he and Kimmi became romantically involved. However, over time, conflicting statements, especially from Siwe herself, have suggested otherwise. Siwoo has hinted that there may have been some overlap between Maurice's marriage to her and his relationship with Kimmi. While Maurice has repeatedly denied this, fans began questioning whether he was entirely transparent about how his previous marriage ended. Did Kimmi unknowingly become involved in a situation where Maurice wasn't fully over his past? Things became even more suspicious when Siwoo expressed frustration over how quickly Maurice moved on with Kimmi. She suggested that their relationship wasn't fully over when Kimmi entered the picture, but Maurice brushed off her claims, insisting everything was handled properly. Yet, the details didn't fully add up. Adding fuel to the fire were rumors that Maurice may have been involved with other women while still navigating the end of his marriage to Siwoo. While no solid proof surfaced at the time, the idea that Maurice wasn't as faithful or transparent as he claimed began to take hold among fans. The real question now is, what new information has come to light that makes this situation even more damning? For years, Maurice Scott has maintained his image as a devoted husband and upstanding man, but the latest revelations suggest that his past, and possibly his present, might not be as spotless as he's led everyone to believe. While rumors about his previous marriage and the suspicious timeline of his relationship with Kimmi have circulated before, recent allegations have raised the stakes and brought an entirely new level of scrutiny to Maurice's character. So, what exactly has been exposed? Several sources close to the Love and Marriage Huntsville circle have hinted at information that could completely shift the way fans view Maurice. According to insiders, Maurice may not have been as faithful to Kimmi as he's always claimed. This isn't just speculation. There are whispers about alleged text messages, private meetings, and even suggestive social media interactions that paint a very different picture of Maurice's loyalty. One major claim that has caught attention is that Maurice may have been entertaining other women while publicly portraying himself as the perfect husband. Allegedly, some women, some of whom have come forward anonymously, claim to have had interactions with Maurice that were far from appropriate for a married man. These women suggest that Maurice was not only flirting but possibly engaging in conversations and situations that directly contradict the image of marital fidelity he's maintained for years. And if that wasn't enough, another major red flag has come from a conversation between Maurice and his brother Marsau has recently resurfaced, and fans are now looking at it in a whole new light. For those who follow Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's well known that Marsau has been accused multiple times of cheating on his wife, Letitia, although he continues to deny any wrongdoing. However, an unearthed discussion between the Scott brothers has raised some serious eyebrows. During a past episode, Maurice seemed to casually brush off concerns about men stepping out on their wives. While he didn't outright admit to anything, his demeanor and choice of words suggested that he might not view certain behaviors as crossing the line. At the time, fans chalked it up to typical male banter. But now, in light of these new allegations, many are re-examining that moment. Was Maurice subtly revealing his own mindset on relationships? And let's not forget about Kimmi in all of this. If Maurice has truly been hiding things, where does that leave her? Some fans speculate that Kimmi may have had suspicions about her husband, but chose to remain silent to keep up appearances. Others think she might be completely unaware of what's been happening behind closed doors. One thing is certain, Maurice can't ignore these allegations forever. As more information comes to light, it's becoming increasingly difficult for him to maintain the image he's worked so hard to create. And with the internet's ability to dig up details, it's only a matter of time before even more information surfaces. The big question now is, will Maurice finally come clean, or will he continue to deny everything? If the rumors turn out to be true, what will that mean for his marriage with Kimmi? Before jumping to conclusions, it's important to look at the most compelling pieces of evidence that have emerged. If what we're hearing is accurate, this could very well be the biggest scandal to hit Love and Marriage Huntsville yet. In the world of reality TV, rumors are always swirling, but in Maurice's case, these whispers are starting to come with receipts. Over the past few months, several pieces of evidence have surfaced that call his character and loyalty into question. Unlike past accusations that were easily brushed off as baseless speculation, the details this time are much harder to ignore. The new allegations against Maurice Scott are too specific and too damning to ignore, with multiple pieces of evidence emerging that have fans questioning his loyalty. One of the most talked about revelations comes in the form of alleged flirtatious messages exchanged between Maurice and an unidentified woman. While no screenshots have been released publicly, sources close to the situation claim that the messages include late-night conversations, flirtatious exchanges, and subtle hints suggesting Maurice may have been meeting up with someone behind Kimmi's back. What makes these allegations even more concerning is the timeline of these interactions. If true, it would mean Maurice was engaging in inappropriate behavior while publicly presenting himself as a devoted husband. Fans are particularly shocked, considering how vocal Maurice has been about his commitment to Kimmi over the years. But the allegations don't stop there. Social media activity in today's world can reveal a lot about a person, and Maurice's online behavior has raised some serious questions. Over the past few months, sharp-eyed fans have noticed that Maurice has been engaging with certain women's posts in ways that seem suspicious. While liking or commenting on someone's post doesn't automatically mean something inappropriate is going on, the nature of the posts and the pattern of engagement suggest otherwise. Some of the women Maurice has interacted with have been linked to other reality TV scandals, and others have posted cryptic messages that some fans believe could be hints at a secret relationship. And then there's the unfollowing incident. Maurice recently unfollowed several accounts, including some that fans had been speculating about. If there was nothing to hide, why the sudden change? Some believe this was an attempt to cover his tracks before the situation spiraled further. The most shocking claim, however, is that Maurice was allegedly seen at a hotel in Atlanta under circumstances that raised more questions than answers. The allegations against Maurice Scott continue to grow, with new details emerging that raise even more questions about his behavior. One of the most troubling claims comes from an anonymous source who insists that Maurice was spotted arriving at a high-end hotel late at night, accompanied by a woman who is not Kimmi. While the source maintains that the interaction seemed more than friendly, there is no concrete proof, such as photos or video footage, so the story remains speculative for now. However, this isn't the only piece of evidence that has surfaced. Around the same time, Kimmi posted a cryptic message on her social media that read, "Some things just don't add up, and that's okay." The truth always reveals itself in the end. While she didn't specify what she was referring to, the timing of the post had people talking. Was this a subtle acknowledgement of the rumors surrounding Maurice, or simply a coincidence? Fans are certainly leaning toward the former, given the circumstances, but the evidence doesn't stop there. Maurice's body language and questionable statements have also raised suspicions. Body language can often reveal what words don't, and in recent Love and Marriage Huntsville episodes, Maurice's demeanor has noticeably shifted. Viewers have pointed out that he seems more defensive when questioned about his marriage, often brushing off concerns instead of addressing them head-on. One particular exchange stands out. When asked about the state of his relationship, Maurice responded with, "People are always going to talk. As long as I know what's true, that's all that matters." While this may seem like a standard response, the avoidance of a direct denial has many fans questioning his sincerity. Furthermore, Maurice's close circle, particularly his brother Marsau, hasn't exactly helped his case. Marsau, who has faced his own share of cheating allegations, once jokingly remarked, "What people don't know can't hurt them." This offhand comment led many to wonder, was this just a casual remark or a reflection of Maurice's true approach to his marriage? Perhaps the most telling part of this entire situation is Kimmi's silence, or lack thereof. Unlike other reality TV stars who typically shut down rumors quickly, Kimmi has remained unusually quiet about the allegations surrounding Maurice. Some speculate that she may be trying to protect their marriage and family from public scrutiny, while others believe she might be quietly investigating the claims herself before making any public statements. There are also those who think Kimmi may already know the truth, but is choosing to handle things privately. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. Kimmi's silence is only fueling further speculation. In the world of reality TV, where public image is everything, a lack of response can sometimes say more than words ever could. With all of this mounting evidence, fans are left wondering, what will Maurice do next? Will he come forward and address these allegations head-on, or will he continue to dismiss them as baseless rumors? More importantly, what will Kimmi do if the accusations turn out to be true? Will she stand by Maurice, or will this be the breaking point for their marriage? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: the truth is bound to come out eventually. In the world of reality TV, secrets rarely stay hidden for long, and the truth always has a way of coming to light. This is especially true for Maurice and Kimmi, whose marriage was once admired by fans of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Their relationship was seen as one of the most stable and loving on the show, mature, supportive, and deeply connected. But now, with the rumors surrounding Maurice's alleged actions, the big question on everyone's mind is whether their marriage can survive the storm. From the very beginning, Kimmi and Maurice's relationship had its share of ups and downs, but they always seemed unbreakable. Kimmi, known for her intelligence, grace, and strength, was one of the most respected women on the show. She carried herself with dignity, avoiding drama and often being portrayed as the glue that held her blended family together. Maurice, on the other hand, prided himself on being a devoted husband and father. He frequently spoke about his ambitions, love for his family, and commitment to success, and many fans saw him as the ideal partner, someone who worked hard, loved deeply, and valued loyalty above all else. However, the recent cheating allegations have put a strain on this once perfect image, leaving fans to wonder whether their relationship can truly weather the storm. If Maurice has indeed betrayed Kimmi's trust, can their marriage survive the damage? Kimmi has been very vocal about her stance on infidelity in the past, making it clear that cheating is a deal-breaker for her. Longtime viewers of the show will remember that Kimmi has always stood firm in her belief that trust, once broken, is incredibly difficult to repair. While other women on the show may have chosen to forgive and move forward, Kimmi has always placed a high value on respect in her relationships. She once said in a previous season, "If I ever find out that my partner has disrespected me in that way, I don't know if I could ever look at them the same. Love is important, but respect is everything." Now, those words are coming back to haunt Maurice. If the allegations turn out to be true, Kimmi may feel that she has no choice but to walk away from the marriage. The pressure of public scrutiny makes the situation even more difficult. Reality TV couples are often forced to navigate their personal struggles in the public eye, which makes it harder to work through problems privately. Unlike regular relationships, where issues can be dealt with behind closed doors, Kimmi and Maurice's marriage is under constant scrutiny. Every argument, every moment of tension, and even cryptic social media posts are dissected by fans and bloggers. This level of exposure can make it incredibly hard for couples to handle their issues in a healthy way, as the entire world watches their every move. For Kimmi and Maurice, the added pressure of public opinion only complicates an already challenging situation. As the rumors and allegations continue to spread, the question remains: will their love story survive the storm, or will the weight of public scrutiny and betrayal prove to be too much? Instead of handling their issues privately, Maurice and Kimmi are forced to confront them in front of millions of viewers, many of whom are quick to judge and speculate. For Kimmi, the added pressure of public humiliation could become the breaking point. If Maurice has indeed betrayed her, she won't just be dealing with personal heartbreak, she'll also face the embarrassment of knowing that the world is watching. The weight of this public scrutiny could make it even harder for her to move forward, especially if she feels that her trust has been broken in front of an audience that has followed their every move. Another factor that could play a crucial role in the future of Maurice and Kimmi's marriage is the influence of their friends and castmates. Over the course of the show, Kimmi has consistently been portrayed as the voice of reason within the group. She's avoided unnecessary drama, often stepping in to mediate conflicts rather than adding fuel to the fire. But in a situation like this, the opinions of her friends could greatly affect her decision. On one hand, she could receive support from those who truly care about her well-being. Castmates like Melody Holt, who have experienced public betrayals, may offer guidance based on their own painful experiences with infidelity. They could encourage Kimmi to prioritize her own happiness, self-respect, and emotional health. On the other hand, there's the risk that some cast members could use the situation to stir the pot. Reality TV is often driven by drama, and some might exploit Kimmi's vulnerability for the sake of ratings. Will Kimmi's friends stand by her side, or will some use the situation to escalate the drama? The next major factor in this situation is Maurice's response. His next move could ultimately determine the fate of his marriage. Maurice is currently faced with two possible options. Option 1. Damage control. Maurice could continue to deny the allegations, brushing them off as nothing more than baseless gossip. He could try to shift the narrative, paint himself as the victim of a smear campaign, and attempt to convince both Kimmi and the public that the rumors are untrue. Option 2. Full confession. If there is any truth to these allegations, Maurice may eventually have to come clean. He could publicly apologize, take responsibility for his actions, and attempt to rebuild the trust that he has broken. However, even with a heartfelt apology, the question remains, would it be enough for Kimmi? Once trust is shattered, it can be almost impossible to restore. Kimmi might not be able to move forward, no matter how remorseful Maurice may be. Ultimately, the biggest question on everyone's mind is whether Kimmi will stay or walk away. Fans are eagerly awaiting her decision. If she chooses to stay, she will have to rebuild trust in a very public setting. She will also have to face the relentless online commentary, rumors, and judgment from people who believe she should leave. If she chooses to walk away, it would be one of the most shocking breakups in Love and Marriage Huntsville history. A decision to leave would send a clear message that Kimmi will not tolerate disrespect or dishonesty in her marriage, no matter the public pressure. Either way, the fallout from this situation is going to be massive, and fans are bracing for what happens next.